again, and welcome to the category Mistake Living with Anxiety. Today is day 19, day 2 on medication. Um, Day 1 was a little weird. I felt jittery, shocky, like super caffeinated, even though I didn't have any caffeine. Uh, I slept better, which was weird. I don't know if that's a side effect or not. Don't know. Um, Can't hurt, right? So today I took it 8:04, so stick it at 8. I don't think that's 4 minutes shouldn't kill anybody. I took the dogs for a walk, that's why. Um, then I went and did my normal routine. I went, took the dogs, went to Home Depot, got some stuff. I got to finish the deck. I've got most of the deck finished. I just got to trim some cut wood up, nothing big. And then I got to start working on the fence. Yay. All right, so um, I have been noticing, I've been getting more comments. I'm also getting more emails of people who are not enjoying it, but I don't know how to make this up. People who are seeing and hearing what I'm saying and it's resonating with them. Uh, so I've been asked to go be a part of some anxiety support groups online, which I don't know if I'm going to do that. That's a little weird. Um, I don't know how you deal with anxiety online with other people. Maybe there is. Uh, but anyway, not heard back from the courthouse today. I am going there on Monday to check in on that. Hopefully everything's good. Don't know for sure. Um, Yesterday, again, we had family dinner yesterday, and I made kielbasa, nothing crazy on the grill. And I had my grandson. What I'm noticing with this and the changes I've noticed is um, I still have that up here. But the last couple of days, I don't think this is the meds. I think this is just me working through stuff. I've been able to knock it down from like a 10 to a 7 by pausing, taking something cold to drink, um, getting out of the environment I'm in for just a second, deep breath, all that mumbo jumbo stuff. Um, but what I've also noticed is things that I could hold within. This is still an issue I'm having. Um, you guys have when you have anxiety. My inner voice is still becoming outer. It's not. I was hoping by now I could control what's in here to here, um, but it's still so from my head to my mouth. I'm not able to. I'm still struggling with the filter. Now some people say, "Well, no one has a filter. It's fine." No, I've always had a filter. My now, if you've met me, you know my filter isn't the best. Uh, but now my filter is gone still, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle because you go into an environment, you go to a group of people, or you go to a group of people you know or people you don't know, and it just things that you want to say that you don't say because you know it's not proper to say, you say them. Uh, Went to Home Depot today. There was a person in front of me giving the cashier a hard time. Another self checkout. They could have gone through there, but they didn't want to. Giving the cashier a hard time about there being a self checkout. And and normally I'm just like, just be quiet, be whatever. I told the person, hey, listen, if you don't like it, shop somewhere else. Or if you don't like it, complain to somebody who isn't making minimum wage at Home Depot. How about you deal with it differently instead of yelling and screaming at somebody who can't do a damn thing about it? Now, the cashier looked at me like I was crazy, which is fine. Person like, well, you don't have to be so rude. I said, well, I'm rude because you're rude, and if you don't like it, get out. They paid for their stuff. They left. They flipped me the bird. It's fine. I guess it's fine to be flipped off. The biggest thing after is the cashier didn't thank me, didn't scold me, just kind of didn't say a word to me. And I wasn't looking for that, but I was pissed off because people um, Oh, this store doesn't carry this. Let me yell at somebody who has no control over it. Last night I needed lumber cut at Home Depot because I've been going there a lot. And I waited a while. Now I talked to like three people. Hey, can you cut this? We're not allowed to cut it. We're not allowed to cut it. And at first I'm going, when did they change that? But then I realized it's probably been a long time since I even thought about working there. It was like 14, 15 years ago. Anyway, so someone else got frustrated too, and they started saying something. Then the guy came back who could cut it. He had like 45 things going on. I said, hey, when you get a chance, can you cut this for me? The other person's like, oh my God, he has to stop and help me no matter what. Why can't anyone do their job? He'll get to it. Now, if I needed the lumber cut to, 6 feet instead of 8, and my life depended on it, would I maybe be crankier? Maybe. But it's Home Depot, guys. You're not going there for life-saving equipment normally. And if you are, you're going to take it either way. You're not going to worry about paying for it. You're just going to take it because you need it. Because it's life or death. Okay? So, stop it. I get anxious when I do that, though. See, here's the thing. Like today, telling that person off gave me super anxiety. And whenever I speak to anybody, I'm very anxious. People say, well, you're really good at public speaking. You're a teacher. You've spoken in front of everybody around the country and places around the world. And I'm like, yeah. How can you be afraid or anxious? You do it all the time. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you like it, right? We all can take medicine. We all can do a COVID test. We can all get a vaccine. We can all go to the doctors. We don't have to like it. We do it because we have to. When I did public speaking through Easter Seals, through the VA, through teaching, it was required. It wasn't like, hey, Richard, you can do this if you want. If not, we're fine. No, it was more like, hey, Richard, we need a speaker tomorrow morning in DC and tag you're it. If I could teach my class without talking, it would have been great. No one would have learned anything, but it would have been great, and probably the students would have liked it too. I make this point for this reason. Just because I come on here and talk, just because I go out in public and talk to people or yell at people or scold people or whatever, just because I can go into a classroom and teach about the real revolution, the real reason for the Civil War, and the fallout from World War I that led to World War II, does not mean I like it or I enjoy it. Every time I talk in a classroom, in front of people, on here, it's a struggle. Now, here's part of my struggle. And if you've ever done public speaking, let me know if you've ever dealt with this. So normally when you do public speaking, you write notes, you have like notes or a script. I don't do that. I've done it. I had to do it once. I was in San Diego and they had teleprompters. Really difficult. Never do it again. That's the only time I read from a script. And it was horrible. I always just talk. When I teach, I don't have notes in front of me. I know what I'm teaching. I teach it and we're done. Now, it might be a little cocky when you're teaching because, what if you get the information wrong? But again, if you've listened to me in the past, I have so much stress and anxiety around teaching that I literally quadruple check everything the morning of. I used to get to school early just to double check everything I was teaching to make sure I didn't teach the wrong thing. So I kind of dealt with it that way. But I always just spoke off the cuff. When I went to DC, when I've spoken in Chicago, Las Vegas, Maine, New Hampshire, everywhere, I've never had a speech to speak. I just talk. And the stories and the speeches and the education that I give, a lot of times I forget a lot of what I said as soon as it's over. When I teach, I know what I just taught about. But like when I'm doing public speaking, I don't know what after I'm done, I'm done. It all goes, into the ether of whatever thoughts were. And that's a struggle too, because I've had people come up to me afterwards and years down the road and say, remember when you said this? It would be rude if I said, yes, of course I do. Or no, I don't. I basically just said, yeah, I remember being, my speech there. Because if I say, yes, I do, I'm lying. If I say, no, I didn't put enough effort into it to remember, or I didn't care, or my brain froze and I don't remember any of it, that also can come across as rude. And a lot of times if someone's talking to me about a speech I gave, they also donated money after I gave the speech. So I kind of feel like I have to BS them a little bit. And that's also difficult because I feel like, okay, I'm BSing these people. I'm telling these people what they want to hear, but do I believe it? Now, when I teach, when I've given speeches, when I've done this, I stand behind 100% of what I say. If I hurt your feelings, if I say something obnoxious, if I say something rude, if I say something wrong, let me know. Now, again, I think I said this yesterday, but I can't hit a rewind button and delete it. But it's from here. I also have been struggling with time management. So I know what I can do that relaxes me, that de-stresses me, that makes my stress level go down. I know what I can do. The problem is I feel guilty for doing it because I don't have this or this or this done. Okay. So I don't do it. I don't do the things that calm me down as much as I should, because I feel like I have to get A, B, and C done. And if I don't get A, B, and C done, someone's going to be upset. And if someone's upset, then it's going to ruin my day. And if it ruins my day, then okay. So, like I said the other day, I have a 97% finished Lego model. I have an MRAP model that is half built. I have lots of projects 3/4 of the way done. I can't even finish video games. I get into something and then I stop. That's why this deck is important. I just put the door on. Again, I have to trim some pieces up to make them look pretty, but everything's it's safe. No one's fallen off the deck today, not unless they really try. And that I'm okay with. But my stress really for today is, I think, waiting anxiously for the new medication to work and to change and to help me adapt to the world of 2025. If this medicine works, I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to finish my master's degree. If this medicine works, I'm going to finish a lot of things for myself that I didn't do because my anxiety and my hyperactivity made it impossible for me to do it. Reading is hard. Not because of the words, it's because of the focus. So I listen to audiobooks. Doing fine motor skills exhausts me. Not because of the activity, it's because of the mental, how much mental I have to put into it. And I know this. What I'm hoping for this medication is that it brings it to a level to where I can actually do a small project, or I can actually look at a school book, or I can actually look at an assignment and not say, I don't understand it, or I understand it, I'll do it later, and I don't do it, and then I never do it. Because it's silly. I have the mental ability to get my master's degree. I just don't. I have the mental ability to finish multiple projects, but I don't. So that's my hope. My hope is that this medicine, it's called Vyvanse. If you've ever taken it, let me know. I just wanted to make it so I can wake up in the morning and not feel like I have a million things to do. And if I don't do them all, my world and the people in my life's world is going to fall apart. I needed to help me just take that edge off. Take that edge off so I can enjoy a vacation. That's what I need. I know it's not a miracle drug. No, there's no such thing. I'm not expecting to be perfect. I just want the edge. Just take the edge off. Make it so I can function and not feel like I'm a failure. Or function to where I can focus long enough to where I know I've given effort and I'm succeeding. Because right now I'm not. I want to, but I'm not. And that's the big challenge. Today's Friday, which is good. I'm not posting over the weekend, which is good for me and for you probably. I want you all to know that I get people to watch my videos now and subscribe. It's great. I want you all to know how blessed I am that at least 842 of you have watched this for longer than a minute. 842 of you have finished like 90% of the video, which is amazing. Thank you. I know that that's not a lot. I'm not looking for a lot. I was looking for one. This whole video thing was, hey, I'm going to talk to myself and put on recording, and it's here for me. Now, if someone else gets help, great. If someone else thinks it's interesting, outstanding. But it was really just for me. I want to put a camera in front of my face and explain to myself why I'm feeling this way. My anxiety is odd. I struggle with it a lot, and some days are better than others. What I've realized, of course, through this and other things is when it's high, I stutter. I talk fast. And I say certain words a lot. With that, I understand certain things now that I can catch myself. Before, I didn't see the anxiety. I didn't see it. I didn't understand it. I'm starting to with this by watching it back, by understanding it, by listening to other people. I talk fast. I stutter. I have a hard time focusing. I don't finish projects. My voice sometimes gets louder. These are all things. These are all things I can look at and go, okay, I'm starting to do this. What can I do? Now, will it work every time? No. Will I be a perfect, sensible, uncrazy person on Monday? No. I'll be Richard Mariello. I'll be the host of this podcast / video series. I will still have anxiety. But I will also be working on it every day. And maybe it goes away. I don't know if anxiety ever goes away. But maybe it will be at a level where I can have a day and not stress, not have anxiety, not worry, not get angry when things don't work. Not get so anxious I put a screw through my finger because I was angry at the piece of wood. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you for going on this ride with me. Thank you for subscribing. Hitting the like button. A few people have done it. I don't know what that does. No idea. If you know what the like button does, tell me. I have no idea what liking does or commenting does. They said comments are good, but I don't know what that means. I'm just going to keep doing this, and hopefully one or two people get me. One or two people, new people or old people, watch more. It says like 87% of my viewership are not subscribed, but they're watching. So it's like, okay, I guess that's, I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm assuming I should have a more even number, but I'm not sure. I'm not good on the old YouTube, but I'm trying my best. So thank you all again for watching. Until Monday, stay safe, breathe, and it's going to probably rain tomorrow in New England, but get outside and get some sun. Find a dog, play with a dog, play with a cat, play with a kid, play with something. Enjoy life, because it's the only one we got, guys. Till next time.